Airman Cave Archives! Knowing and doing are two different things.
Hey, welcome back to Airman Cave Archives. Alright, so again tonight we'll be talking more about my time as a recruiter and some of the stories that presented themselves while I was doing that. First up is Michael Debnam, and this young gentleman came to my office with a letter basically from the Surgeon General of the Air Force stating that he was eligible to be able to come back into the Air Force. Little history on it: he had joined, went through basic, graduated, went to tech school, and while he was in tech school there was an issue that presented itself and had shown that he was disqualified from the Air Force. And so they released him, and he fought it for several years and finally was given the right to be able to come back into the Air Force. So sent him back up to MEPS, Military Entrance Processing Station. It took a while to get everything taken care of, but yeah, he was cleared. The letter was legitimate. Get a call from my boss and was informed that yes, he was accepted and he was going to have a limited amount of jobs or whatever that he would be able to select from, but he was going to have to go through basic training again. And so for anybody that's been through basic training, that's not something that you particularly want to do twice. And so I was like, really? Is there no, I mean, there's no way? And they said, no, based off of the tenure that it's been from the time that he graduated, he's got to go back through. You gotta be kidding me. So I show up to his house or apartment, and he had just gotten robbed. And so we were talking about that a little bit, and he said, yeah, man, they even stole my cologne. So that's messed up. I said, hey, good news. You've been accepted back into the Air Force. And he's like, oh, Sergeant Nelson, that's awesome. You know, where do I go for tech school? I said, well, baby steps. And he's like, well, yeah, I'm sure I got to go, you know, get cleared and everything, sign for the job. I said, funny story. You have to go through basic again. He's like, Sergeant Nelson, you're messing with me, right? I was like, no. Yeah. And I said, but you know what I'm going to do? It's just because I'm that guy and goofy. I'm going to try and see if you can't get a cluster on your basic training ribbon. Because how cool of a story would that be at some point in your career that you're going through like the NCO Academy or something, and someone sees you with your basic training ribbon with a cluster on it. They're like, dude, nobody can go through basic training twice. And because obviously people cross-train from different services, you know, Air Force, Army, whatever, and you still get to retain your basic training ribbon. But I just thought it would be so cool to have that cluster. And yeah, they did not want to go for it. The powers that be said that, you know, no, Sergeant Nelson, stand down. He's not getting a cluster. Just be glad that he's able to come back into the Air Force. More power to you, Mike. I'm really excited that you came back and trusted us again to join, and it shows how much sometimes individuals are willing to go to be able to be in the world's greatest Air Force. So awesome, Mike. Yeah, so that's a couple more stories about recruiting, and hopefully you're enjoying them. And I promise you got a couple other good ones in the can coming to you. So look forward to seeing you next time.
Airman Cave Archives! Knowing and doing are two different things.